guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Maria, and in this video, I want to talk about why I gave up social media for Lent, specifically Facebook and Instagram, and the surprising effects that that had on my life, and the benefits that I reaped from that break from social media, as well as some of the surprising things that happened when I gave them up. And I also want to talk about the things kind of leading me to that point as to why I needed a break. So, jumping right in. So, quick intro. My name is Maria. I'm a mom of one. I live in South Carolina. Um, I'm a nurse and I like to live an active life. So I'm kind of new to this whole YouTube thing, but on this channel, I think I kind of want to talk about fitness and the mom life and kind of balancing being a working mom. But let me know in the comments if there's anything that you all want to hear about. So as a mom, I just felt very overstimulated. And I think that a lot of moms can relate to that feeling. They call it the mental load. So, on any given day, I'm constantly thinking about work, the chores around the house, how my son's doing, my relationship. Like, there's so many different things going on in my head at any given moment. And so I felt like Facebook and Instagram is so overstimulating on top of that mental load. So I was feeling the urge to log out. And Easter was just a little over a week ago. So Lent is the 40 days in preparation for Easter. I grew up Catholic Christian, so I always practiced Lent growing up. And so it's a really good time to either give up something. It's a good 40-day period to either create a new habit or let go of an old habit. So usually I would give up something like chocolate or Facebook. So I felt like this was like a really good chance to just kind of take that break. Um, and so I logged out of Facebook and Instagram for 40 days. I did cheat a little bit on a Sunday here and there. It was maybe like 2 or 3 days out of the 40, so it really didn't make a huge difference. Um, but so some of the things that was pulling me to sort of make that change, um, like whenever I have a downtime, a free moment, which as a working mom, as a mom in general, we don't get a lot of free moments. So, but I was using a lot of that downtime to check Instagram, check Facebook. And while those apps can be really great for like keeping in touch with family that lives out of town, I live in South Carolina, my family's in Kentucky. My partner's family is in Virginia. So it is easier to keep up with extended family, friends. I was a travel nurse for a long time. So a lot of my friends are like scattered around the country. But I felt like I was only using about 10% of the actual time that I was online to really keep up with friends and family. And the rest of the other 90%, I was scrolling through reels. And these reels were very overstimulating and they were very, like, they literally reel you in. They hook you with a little hook, is what it's called, and they reel you in. And next thing I know, I'm scrolling through reels while like I'm waiting for my patient to come out of surgery, or I'm sitting on the toilet, or like my son's playing and across the room. And so it was just making me very distracted because I was multitasking. I already have so many things to do, right? My mind is already so full of all the stuff I have to do as a mom, as a working mom. And then on top of that, I'm now getting sucked in by these reels. And some of them do have, like, I do learn things from reels occasionally, or from like the content that's on Instagram and Facebook. It can be very entertaining, it can be very educational. I do learn a lot, but at the same time, it's not at my own speed. Like, it's just being thrown at me. It's all this information overload that is being thrown at me while I'm going about my day. So that's really not how I want to consume content. I don't want to be mindlessly consuming content while I'm like working and going about my day and being a mom. So when I logged off for 40 days and I did utilize YouTube, I would still get on the internet, but I felt like I was in control. So if I wanted to get on YouTube like this and watch a video, I could click on the video and I felt like I was choosing to watch the video. Like this was, I would do it on my own time. Like, maybe my son's napping, or maybe I'm doing some chores around the house and I want something in the background. So it's like, I'm going to put this on. It's educational. I'm going to learn from it, whatever. Or maybe it's just entertaining. But like, I felt like I was kind of in control of my content consumption that way, as opposed to just like hopping on Instagram, like, oh, I'm going to see what my family and friends are up to. And the next thing I know, it's been like an hour and I have just been mindlessly scrolling. And another layer on top of that, I felt like the content that I was consuming on Instagram and Facebook, particularly the reels, I mean, these reels are highly targeted at you. They know everything about you. It's almost kind of creepy. It's like a big brother. But like they knew that I had a kid. They knew about my relationship. They knew where I lived. They knew what I did. They were like highly targeted for me and very, very hard not to click on. And to be honest, some of them were kind of upsetting for me. Like being a new mom, comparing myself to other moms on Instagram, online, these reels are not real. They're not being real. And the constant comparison, like I know that maybe some of these creators, maybe their intentions are good, they want to help other moms out, but I felt like they weren't being authentic and genuine, especially in like a 30-second clip. Like, how real can you really be in 30 seconds? Like, how much of your life can you really share? So it was actually getting upsetting to me, to where I felt like I wasn't a good enough mom. I was trying so hard, but I felt like I was comparing myself to like these influencers who, like, who even are they? What do they even do, right? We don't even know. And I was getting all this unsolicited advice from the internet from people I don't even know. Now, some of it was useful. Like every now and then I'll come across a reel or a post where I'm like, wow, that was actually really helpful, really educational. Um, and I would say most of them are, but it was too much information and it was making me feel really bad about myself. And it was it was honestly like making me question things and have doubt and fear where it didn't need to be there. Um, Even in my relationship. So my son is awake now. I think I'm going to pause this video because I need to go get him. But I'm going to talk in the second part about that's kind of why I wanted to get off social media. And I'm going to talk in the next video about what happened when I got off social media.